Okay, so we're looking at a very mint CP2000 this time round. And I thought I'd take the cover off to show you what an unmodified, never been touched CP2000 looks like versus, the CPI CP2000s, which have had channels, etc. Generally, you find they've had a whole host of other things that have been played around with. This one, really clean. Obviously, power supply area. Just have a look at this. Beautiful receiver area, PLL, etc., etc. Just untouched. And transmit area, just amazing. And sorry, these two boards do interface and do different functions. And you've got interface board on the side there. Obviously in the front was how they just did all their mechanics for these little switches, etc., etc. But yeah, really, really nice. Just this one. This is the difference, I suppose, when you're talking cost. The true collector's probably looking for the one that doesn't have the switch in there, etc. And I say that, and look, let's face it, it's all about, what you can get these days. Now, don't go on there. Just seeing if anyone's transmitting. 35 tends to be just getting a whole lot of people chatting away that probably won't be great for this video. Just seeing, it's pretty much it for the moment. Yeah, no, he's going to be talking for a while there. Anyway, okay, so that's and to give you an idea, actually, let's put the cover back on. This is giving you at least a bit of an idea what they look like inside and what a clean one looks like. But certainly, you'll be able to tell when you get one that's like this, and I'll tell you why. Because they just are clean all over. It doesn't mean they can't have problems. Don't get me wrong. I mean, any radio can have its issues, but the less played around with that they are, definitely the better. All right, so let's put a cover back on this, and let's just have a listen around. And right, once you put them all back together, you start to see, the difference between the real mint CPI gear and the, maybe stuff that's had a little bit more wear and tear over the years. But as you can see, look, you get ones like this, and they are definitely very nice. Original screws. Lots of things you've got to look for with CPI. There's I always say when you buy one with screws missing, get ready. This one's just going to come with an original mic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Lots of drive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, loads of drive. Let's go back through. 350. Yeah, okay. Channel 35 was just alive with people talking at the moment. I just heard the subject matter before, and I thought that's not good for YouTube. So I'm just keeping it off that. But there's not much else. Let's have a look on AM on 11. You never know. I heard Hawaii coming through yesterday from Postmaster in his car. So you never know, do you? He was getting Hawaii in the car beautifully on Channel 11. I sat there just going, I wish I had my video going off his mobile antenna. He's using one of those curlies, the mobile antenna's just beautiful. Really worked well. Oh, there is something in there. Way back in the background, I can just hear something out of the US. It just came up for a second then. You blink and you would have missed that. Anybody on Channel 11, tell us if they're hearing us at all. I doubt it very much, but you never know. Testing. Anybody hear us at all? You never know. So you just got to try, don't you? Yeah. Anyway, this is an example of the CP2000 that really is. It's not totally unmarked. I notice there's a very slight little mark just there, slight, but geez, you really are starting to talk. Some really picking away at little, fine things. Sometimes on AM, you never know what you'll hear. They're still going.
Yeah, down the back there.
Yep. Okay. What about 16? You never know. Anybody on channel 16, the old call channel? You never know. Anybody listening on here, go ahead. Actually, it's got some drive in it, that thing. It really has. Nah, 16's a bit dead these days, isn't it? All right. Okay, bit of a test here. Let's have a look. I just thought I'd... Okay, so it's hello, doing... It's sort of 15 watts or so. And that's a non-peak meter, so yeah, no, it's doing all right. I just thought I'd, for the heck of it, put it into hello 1 2, the analyzer, hello 1 2 3. Yeah, so about 4 watts of power coming off. So yeah, no, it's functioning quite well. It's certainly, I mean, you heard the receiver before, they're actually receiving. These things always have got very good receivers. Anyway, so that's... We'll do the serial number thing in a second, because we're going to have to differentiate these units. This is just going to come with a standard mic and a power cord. Let's just do the serial number thing on this. And I don't mind showing you, number one, there's the serial number. So this one is 5688, 5688. But you can also see just how clean this thing is on the back here. It really is clean. This is the difference between unit to unit, and this is why there's never one price for a CPI. There's basically, sort of various different levels that they sell for, because of the fact that there's just so many different I suppose levels of just condition. And yeah, this one's extremely nice. All right, let's not leave things sitting on top of that. It's how scratches do occur, actually. I'm probably the biggest criticizer of people that do that. I just did it myself. All right, let's bring it around. Of course, all CPIs looked a bit better with this little fella. They just look great. And yeah. So for someone who's a little bit more fussy and looking for something with, not a switch there and etc. and no modifications, a very standard unit, display working on all 40 channels like it should do. The reason I could put this one on air, by the way, and you might ask, why don't I put the other ones on air? If they're modified, they don't meet compliance, and I can't put them on air and go hello test and talk to anybody. We've sort of had that problem before. If they're standard and they're pretty much as they came out of the box, no problems. And as we did before, just chucking it onto 35 lower before. Unfortunately, the content of 35 lower is the problem. Sometimes there's a bit of stuff, foul language, that YouTube's gonna spot, and it's no good, so I can't do that. I'll go back to antenna for a second, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, back on antenna. 35's calmed down a bit. There's a DX station in the background there somewhere, but just check, make sure.
When it comes to someone with...
No, that's going to be the same problem. Anyway, all right. Well, look, you know what? This has been good. Oh, there we go. Hello, test. Anybody tell us if we're getting through? Test, test, test. No, here we're unlikely to hear anyone, unfortunately. We better turn down the joke about... I just don't know where that's going. I don't need a YouTube strike. All right. Okay. So CP2000, look, very, very clean one. Absolutely. And we'll get this one loaded up, and it'll be on the website, www.posnav.com.au, and it'll also be probably on a few Facebook areas. Just remember, all radios are sold as is. What you see is what you get. Look, I just am not going to be giving lifetime warranties on everything. What I would suggest, though, if you're going to invest in some of these radios, look up Pull It Apart Paul, the YouTube channel. Great mate of mine, good guy. If you're serious about your radios, seriously, pay this guy a lot of money and have him do a few cap changes, bits and pieces, to make sure that what you're buying for, it's going to be a lifetime investment. You better keep it forever. He does some great work on these radios. The other one is obviously Ray at Razor Radios up there in Queensland. If you're down my end, probably Paul, because it's closer, up the Queensland way, Ray at Razor Radios. We will not be doing any repairs, anything from here. And that's more about my health. That's about my inability to be available. So just remember, when you're buying these, they're second-hand products. They're old products. I'm not saying they won't need attention in time. Who knows? So I just want to make that very clear. Certainly, you can be guided by the videos. You certainly can come and test them here. You can use our test equipment or any other test sets we've got on the property here. Bring your own test set. I think I mentioned the other day. But once it goes out the door here, that's it. It's sold as a second-hand 20-year-old item. Oh, older on this. Geez, a lot older, actually, come to think of it. Yeah, so I don't want to infer that I'm going to be servicing for the rest of my life and I'm here to support you, because I'm not. I've got to be honest. We just want to get our own museum radios sorted out. And then actually, I probably won't be on the bench very much at all. So, and that's my own personal circumstances stopping that, so I don't want to blame anyone for that. That is definitely me. This actual mic is off the other one. We'll supply a standard mic with this, a brand newie that can come with this one. So, and if you have inquiries about bass mics, talk to us. Look, they're not cheap, but we do have some. But I've kept a lot for the museum, of course, but I don't need them all, so we'll talk about that. All right, one CP 2000 CPI base station in extraordinarily good condition. Obviously doesn't sell quite as cheap as the one that's just sold, which had switches and things in it, but you know what, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I tell you what, this one's beautiful. 73 is all the best. Thanks for having a look at this video, and we'll get some more out to you soon. Hoping to get a few done a day, but we'll see how things go. I'm getting about a couple of hours a day, and then I'm sort of conked out back in bed, unfortunately, so sorry for the delay. All the shipments today did get out, by the way. So, and tomorrow's lot, we're in front for tomorrow too. So, who we got tomorrow? Wayne, yours, and Fred, yours tomorrow goes out as well. So, all good there. Guys, thanks for supporting us. Much appreciated. 73s, VK3 Charlie Mike. Cheers.